Hi guys, so today I am going to be doing the third and final installment of my Christmas cha-ching videos. So by the time you are seeing this video, it will be the day after Christmas. So I just wanted to say I hope that everyone had a very nice Christmas and I hope you have a happy new year as well. I got what I wanted for Christmas basically with the puppy, so I'm just so happy and excited. She is such a sweetheart. So let's just get right into where I left off within the second Christmas cha-ching. So this one also as well, I am completely caught up. So I'm not caught up with my cha-ching like my regular cha-ching videos, but as far as Christmas related pieces go, my very last item was literally the last thing that sold. I haven't even shipped it out yet. So this will be the last of my Christmas only related cha-chings for this year. So we left off, I had sold a Christian Albrecht German wooden nutcracker. This one was of a cook, and I also won this at the auction. This one was a really good one. It sold for $176.07. I did put this one up on auction because I couldn't find any in sold. I couldn't find any obviously listed, and I even checked WorthPoint and I didn't see any on there. So I figured it was definitely going to be a harder to find one, and definitely there were people out there that was looking for that specific nutcracker. Speaking of nutcrackers, I also sold this set of 3 Wise Men nutcrackers. These ones were by Steinbach. Absolutely gorgeous. These were on a much smaller size than, you know, your typical sized nutcracker basically. I won these at an auction a while back and I did pay up for them. I think I paid $100 some for them, and they were just sitting and sitting. No one was buying them, so I told you guys in one of my other videos I got them out this year. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna display them myself this Christmas. So I sat them out, and just a couple days later someone bought them. So I had to take them down from my own Christmas decorations, but they did sell for $250.99. That was my asking price for them. Like I said, I did have to pay a little bit for them, and I needed to actually make my money back and make, you know, a profit, and I did both of those things, so that was a success. Next item we have is a pottery piece. This was by Beaumont Brothers. I'm pretty sure I picked this up at a yard sale, so more than likely I spent $1 or $2 on it, and he sold for $19.99. So in one of my other Christmas cha-chings, I had sold a Boyd's Charming Angels ornament, and I actually had 2 of those, and I got them, I'm pretty sure at Goodwill. I probably paid about $1.99 for them. So the first one had sold, and then this one ended up selling as well, and this one was called Viviana, and she also sold for $19.99. There's some more German nutcrackers in here. This one was again also another Christian Albrecht one. This one here, Eric and I purchased at a yard sale. We did pay $40 for it. And he was like a cheese or jam vendor. Like he had like cheeses on his back and like jars of jelly. Very cute nutcracker. So like I said, we paid $40 for him, and he sold for $99.99. Next we have some more of those Kurt Adler Hershey Kiss ornaments. These were 2 ornaments, and they both had angel wings on their back. So we lotted those together since they went together. Eric and I had won a whole tray of the Hershey's. These are by Kurt Adler. Christmas ornaments at an auction, and we just lotted them all up different ways, and these ones sold for $9.99. So here's a really good one. If you guys have watched my videos, if you watched my Avon Bolo video, which speaking of, I need to do another Bolo 411 video. But in my Avon below for one video. A lot of you guys already know about this one, but the Avon Countdown to Christmas Advent Calendar is definitely an advent calendar to look out for. I actually already sold 2 of these before. This was my second one to have ever found and sold. The first one I ever found was missing the mouse, but it's still sold. And then I found this one at a yard sale as well. I paid $1 for it and it sold for $250. I know when I listed it super high, like more on the higher side than other ones that were currently selling for at the time I listed mine. But I had it in the back of my mind, like, this probably is going to sit until Christmas, and then people are going to start snatching up all of the ones that are, you know, slightly cheaper than mine. And then when other ones are not available, then, you know, someone's going to buy it for my asking price at some point. And they did. So that was a really awesome sale. I hope in my lifetime I come across more someday, but as of now, it was only the second one I have ever come across. Next we have a set of Noma twinkle lamps. These were just like Christmas bulbs. Eric won these at an auction. They were on a tray of just some other random stuff. I can't remember exactly what he paid for them, but I'd say about $3. And those sold for $25.99. I got a Department 56 ceramic village piece. This was for the Dickens Village by Department 56. It was called the Swan Baker or Bakery. It was just like, you know, a little ceramic light up village house piece. This one here, it was from an auction and it came with some other stuff. So I didn't even necessarily want it, but it did. It sold for $19.99. There's tons of people out there who make little, you know, set out little Christmas villages at Christmas time. Next we have another Steinbach Nutcracker. I did sell a lot of those Nutcrackers that I had won at the auction. I can't remember off the top of my head what I paid for each one, but if you go back and watch that video, you'll know what I paid for each piece. But this one was a snowman Nutcracker by Steinbach, and that one sold for $99.99. So we also have another set of the Kurt Adler Hershey's chocolate ornaments. These were a lot of 7, and we put these all together because they all had a theme, like a bottle brush type theme. Like each piece had like some form of bottle brush piece on the ornament themselves. And it was a lot of 7, and those sold for $19.99. Next we have a glass ornament. Again, this is by Kurt Adler. This was for Winx Club. Now Winx Club, Netflix did come back out with some like a Winx Club TV show not that long ago, but it used to be a cartoon, I believe. Like, I don't know exactly what year it came out, but you know, there's people who want the older Winx Club stuff, and then people who are interested in it now because, you know, Netflix came out with the show. So anyway, this ornament I paid $1 for, and it sold for $25.99, and it is an older one. It wasn't, you know, something that just recently came out. Next we have another ornament. This one was from Dillard's, the store Dillard's. It was of a beehive. Absolutely beautiful ornament. Eric and I just recently purchased this at an indoor yard sale. Paid $1 for it, and it sold for $35.99. The next item was a set of 2 vintage plastic Frosty the Snowman, just little plastic figures. They didn't have any markings on them, so I'm not entirely sure who they were made by or anything like that, but they definitely appeared to be older to me. Again, they came on a flat of stuff that Eric and I won at the auction, and those sold for $19.99. This next item did go to a subscriber named Kimberly. This was that little paper mache type of Christmas girl that I recently got at an antique store. She was really cute. Again, no real markings. I didn't know her age or anything like that. I was just drawn to her. I was drawn to the look of her. So I decided to pick her up and see, you know, if there would be any interest on her. So I'm pretty sure I paid $5 for her at the antique store, and she sold for $22.99. Next we have some more Putz houses. We had some in some other cha-chings. This was for a lot of 3, and each one of these had some sort of little bead detail on them, and those sold for $19.99. And I think I said in my last Christmas cha-ching that we did end up getting some more Putz houses, so I do have another stock of Putz houses to get listed. Next we have a vintage West Germany glass Christmas ornament. This was of a pink French horn. We paid $3 for this at an auction, and it sold for $19.99. Next item I have is a Christmas ornament by Anna Lee. It was of a little mouse. I did get this at a yard sale, and I say I paid about $1 to $2 for it, and it sold for $11.99. This next item Eric and I purchased at, again, kind of like an indoor type of yard sale. It was by Lennox, and it was just this, you know, larger figure of the Mouse King from Nutcracker Ballet. When I purchased stuff at that sale, it was all bundled together for a price, so it's hard for me to say exactly what I, you know, spent on it, but I'd say maybe $2 max, and that sold for $39.99. So this next item you already saw in another video when I did like the auction haul from when I purchased it, but this was a vintage Rosbro Santa candy container. This was a super large one, a harder to find one. You know, there's people who are selling just the wreath that the Santa is holding for a decent amount, and mine was in really good condition. I did win that at an auction. I did pay out for it. I paid about $100 something. Again, I don't know exact, but whenever I do a haul video, I tell you guys like the exact prices and stuff that I do, you know, win stuff at the auction. But that did sell for $299.99. So that was a really great sale and super duper fast. Like that sold almost shortly after I listed it. Next we have a lot of 20 Limax bottle brush trays. So these are for, you know, the little Christmas villages that people put out. Eric won these at an auction. I can't remember exactly what we paid. It was probably like $1 to $2 for them, and they sold for $21.99. Next item I have is an old Santa Claus stuffed plush. He had a rubber face, no tags or anything like that, so I wasn't exactly sure if he was rushed in or not, but you know, he did have that rubber face look basically. I did win him at an auction. I'd say I probably got him for about like $11 or so, and he sold for $35.99. Next item I have is a vintage Christmas little shopper girl by Lefton. I think she definitely came from an auction, and I think she might have been on a tray with some other stuff. I don't think like I just, you know, won her by herself by any means. But she did sell for $25.99. Next item did go to a subscriber named Jody, and this was, I just recently got this. It was an Eldritch Pottery kind of crock. It had snowmen all over it with a little Christmas tree cutout. I got that recently, again, at like an indoor yard sale for $5 is what I paid for it, and it sold for $39.99. Next we have another Albrecht Nutcracker. This one I did win at the auction, and he was kind of just like dressed like a Bavarian style. I'm trying to remember what I paid for him. I think I only paid $8 for this one. It was towards the end of the day. A lot of people had left, and you know, so I didn't have as much competition bidding on it. So I did get him for a really good price, and he sold for $99.99. I sold a Hallmark Santa Christmas ornament. This is from one of those like Santas around the world. This one was for Mexico. I'm pretty sure it went to Canada, and that sold for $25.99. That came from an auction. That came from the Christmas room auction, and I think I paid about $2 for him. I sold a Kurt Adler glass San Francisco ornament. Again, came from an auction. Again, was on like a tray of other random Christmas stuff. And that sold for $12.99. The next item was a set of 2 vintage little Putz woolly sheeps. I put these in my Christmas video because to me, they just like remind me of something that you would put out in like a vintage like Christmas display, like even like a nativity or something like that. I got these at an auction, and I think they might have come with some other stuff, and I know I didn't pay much at all. I'd say $5 or less for those, and they sold for $27. Next we have a Swarovski Christmas star ornament. Eric and I again won this at an auction. We did pay a little bit for it. I can't remember exactly. We did have this one for a while. I'd say maybe $30 to $40 for it, and it sold for $99.99. Next, we have another Hallmark Christmas ornament. Eric and I just recently got this one. This one was a Pirates of the Caribbean ornament of Jack Sparrow, and we paid $1 for it, and it sold for $19.99. Next, 2 boxes of Hallmark ornaments were from that Christmas room auction. These ones were pretty good ones. They are Hallmark, and they were from a line called Mary's Angels, and they were nativity related. I think it was Mary and Joseph, and the other set was the 3 wise men. I'm pretty sure I paid $3 a box, so $6 altogether for those, and those sold for $59.99. Okay, next we have an Avon holiday treasure tree. I was kind of surprised by this. This came, you know, on another tray with random Christmas stuff from an auction. Didn't really think it was going to be worth the time to list. There was a year on it, and typically when things have years on, I feel like they're a little harder to sell type of thing. But when I looked it up, surprisingly, they were consistently selling, not for much. It sold for $9.99, but they were consistently selling for around $10. Okay, next we have another Hallmark ornament. This one was a Looney Tunes ornament of Wile E. Coyote. Eric and I recently got this at an auction, again for just $1. And we sold that one for $29.99. Okay, again, another Avon bolo. I don't think this one was in my Avon bolo video, but this is another Avon Advent style piece. It's called Countdown to Christmas. It's of a tree with a snowman beside it, and it comes with ornaments. So when it's on, it talks. And when you put an ornament in the tree, you put an ornament in the tree every day, and it will tell you how many more days it is until Christmas. It's really cute. Eric and I got these at an auction. I got 2 of them, and you'll see another one pop up in here because they both sold pretty quickly. We paid $13 for each one. So this one, $13 paid for it, and it sold for $104.99. Beautiful condition, new without box, basically. All the ornaments were still sealed up and everything. Next we have a Needle Treasures needlepoint kit. This was of a Christmas tree skirt. Brand new, still sealed. You guys saw me pick this up at a church yard sale. Pretty sure I paid $1 for it, and it sold for $99.99. Next, we have two more Putz houses. These were kind of blue, I think blue and red in color. So a lot of two, and those sold for $19.99. This next item did go to a subscriber named Judith. It was two mini bottle brush trees and a little plastic reindeer. These also, again, came on a tray of stuff from an auction. And I just thought they'd be really cute to display in like a little, you know, diorama or a little Christmas scene. And I'm pretty sure that's what she said she was going to do with them. And those sold for $12.99. Next item we have is a moose figure. This was by someone named Susie Skoglund. I picked this up at a fill-a-bag rummage sale. I was just kind of drawn to it. I thought it was really cute and it was small, so it easily fit in my bag that I was trying to fill. It did take a little while to sell. It sold for $9.99. So we have another one of those Avon Countdown to Christmas Advents. Again, paid $13 for it, and again sold it for $104.99. I had never come across those ones before while out and about, so that was a really great score for those. Next we have this book of treasure. It was a treasure of Christmas religious art. I recently got this at an indoor yard sale for 50 cents. Just a really nice book with really pretty pictures. That sold for $9.99, and I paid 50 cents for it. I'm not even sure if I mentioned that yet. Next we have a vintage Christmas stocking. This was by a company called Santa's Best. It was shaped like a teddy bear, and you can put things in the front of his pouch and then also on the back. So it's kind of nice. It had two places to, you know, put your goodies. Picked that up at a yard sale for $1, and it sold for $29.99. Next, we have another Winx Club item. This one was of a felt Christmas stocking. I found this at a yard sale. I paid $1 for it, and it sold for $29.99. Next is another Christian Albrecht Nutcracker. This one was of a king, and he sold for $129.99. Again, got him the same day I got like a whole ton of German wooden nutcrackers and smokers at the auction. This next item was a Christmas collector's plate by Hamilton. I think this was in one of my other Christmas cha-chings, and Eric picked these up at Goodwill. I think we paid 99 cents for them. Don't typically pick up collector's plates, but I think he just decided to because they were really cute and they were Christmas related. And that one sold for $11.99. Okay, our next item was a Betty Boop ornament. I had a bunch of these. Got these at an indoor yard sale and paid $1. And that sold for $10.99. So I have sold some of these in the past, and like I said, I still had some more. And I might still have a few more still listed. Next item went to a subscriber named Gay. This was another Anna Lee Christmas ornament. I got this one semi-recently, again at the indoor yard sale. I paid $1 for it. Eric actually found it. And it was an Anna Lee ornament, and that sold for $16.99. The next two items went to a subscriber named Tammy. She actually purchased something else as well, but that will be in a regular cha-ching since it wasn't Christmas related. But she purchased one of the Christmas corsages I got recently at the auction. That sold for $14.99. And she also purchased a little pixie knee hugger that was on, it was like on a hanging kind of plastic greenery hanger, and that sold for $19.99. And I got that at a yard sale, and I probably paid about $1 for it. Next we have, I had purchased at the Christmas room auction a whole Avon nativity set. It's the white ceramic nativity set that Avon had put out. This would have been in like the early 90s basically. There are some pieces of that nativity set that sell really well. Not all the pieces, but some of them do. And another thing you have to think about with things like this, each year getting these pieces out, especially like the breakable pieces, things happen. Animals, pets happen, children happen, that kind of thing, accidents happen, and you know, these pieces can end up getting broken, and then you know, the first place people are going to really look for that stuff is on eBay, because that's where you're gonna find it basically if anyone has one available. So I picked up the whole Avon nativity set. I was going to list it all together, and I probably could have done well doing that, but I just decided to part it out instead, just in those instances where someone might be looking for that one specific piece that ended up being broken, or you know, that they need. So this one was of Gabriel, and it sold for $39.99. Next we have a boys trinket box. This was of a little ornament box. I got this at a yard sale. I'm pretty sure I paid $3 or $4 for it, and it sold for $69.99. So this one was definitely one that was worth quite a bit. Next we have another Avon nativity figure. This one was of the standing angel, and she, I think, was worth the most out of all of, if I'm not mistaken, she was worth the most out of all of the Avon nativity pieces, and she sold for $59.99. And the last thing that I have for this third and final Christmas cha-ching video is another one of those Winx Club ornaments. I paid $1 for that, and again sold for $25.99. So that is everything for this last Christmas cha-ching video. I hope you guys enjoyed all of these. It might be a little while until I do a regular cha-ching video, just because, you know, I don't want to tire everyone out with cha-chings. But as of right now, I don't have a whole lot of videos lined up or anything like that, just because, you know, now that I have a puppy, it's gonna be a little bit harder finding time to sit down and do videos, but I promise I'll have something out for you guys again as quickly as I possibly can. Right now Eric is downstairs keeping her preoccupied. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. You'll have to let me know what you thought down below. Let me know how your Christmas was. What maybe you were looking to get that maybe you got a puppy as well, or just anything Christmas related that sold for you this holiday season that was, like, you know, a great sale. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.